This part of Greece is regarded to be special because looking back down the valley is one of the most popular views in Greece. This is, as the Greek says, it's the Delphic scenery. It's one of the most stunning places we are standing at this moment, and the most famous one because it's near the ancient site of Delphi.
Delphi was excavated from the French archaeological school. Many of the French people that were here all these years were saying about the views from Delphi, La mer des oliviers de Delphes, which means the sea of olive trees of Delphi. Our fathers took that expression and they were using it very often. So we gave that name to our product.
Here is our camping place. Our fathers, as you know, 5 generations were olive oil producers. We were in this company, but they did the camping place as a second job to balance their living financially. So it's our second life actually. This place here is a breathtaking place with a fantastic view looking down the olive oil trees. This is the place we spent 5 months of the time for summertime. There are many activities around the camping place: walking, hiking, cycling, climbing, and of course, if we are talking about the rest of facilities for all year long, skiing, swimming, they can do a little bit of everything. We have the most popular trail is the one which is the Ancient Trail, which is coming down from the sea and goes to the historical place of Delphi. The walk is approximately 2 hours.
The same trail continues from Delphi to the mountain of Parnassus and to the Korikionandron, which is a cave that the 9 muses used to live in the ancient years. I am Vasilis Kanatas.
And I am Vasilis Kanatas as well.
We have the same name and second name after our grandfather. Our fathers were brothers, so traditionally we got the same name, the name of our grandfather. This is what happens in Greece, and this is a long tradition. It comes from hundreds of years before. We learned how to harvest the olive trees since we were little boys. I remember when I was 5, 6, 7 years old, we were going together with my father and my uncle in the olive trees. We were harvesting together and we were helping them. Me as a little child, I was gathering the olives around from the tree. And then I remember that we were separating the olives by size when we were going back at home with a very old machine which was dated from the 50s. So it was a kind of automation of the 50s, and we were putting the olives into that machine, and the olives were separated by size, the big ones in one container, the smaller ones another container, the little ones in another container.
Since we were children, we are always following our fathers in the harvest. So for us, it was at the same time interesting and relaxing, and of course exciting because it's a part of our family, it's a part of our history. We are the 5th generation we're doing this job. Of course, we're doing the camping as well, but it's inside our heart, it is inside our blood. I would say that we have inherited all these techniques and all these things They have to be done related with the trees and the harvest and the procedure that we have to do the pressing and when is it the right time to harvest, and it's always little things around the olives. This is part of information that we have from the previous generations. Of course, we have some seminars related with modern techniques. We realize that things are important for us to become better. So we would like to combine yesterday with tomorrow. For us, it's always interesting. The olive oil of Delphi is so special because the unique variety, which is called Amphisis, is regarded to be one of the most popular actually for eating and is regarded to the most expensive to make the olive oil. Very, very different aromas. It has its own personality. Of course, it's very famous because it's near the oracle of Delphi. And of course, the first trees have been planted from the ancient Greeks, those ones that built the ruins.
The olive trees in our area, protected from the mountains around, from Parnassus and Iona, they make a macroclimate in the area, which gives less humidity and protects the production. So we have an olive juice of very high quality because of the microclimate. This is a thing that the ancient Greeks knew. This is the reason why they came and put the olive trees in our area, in the area of Delphi. The difference between the green and the black olives is the maturity. So in the beginning, the olives are green. Later they become, in September, October, they are green. And later they become violet in October, November. And eventually they become black. So our harvesting period is very long because we want to take the aromas and the tastes of every single maturity level of the olive tree.
The process of the harvest is the old-fashioned way. We always put the nets under the trees. In the old times, our fathers used the sticks, but now we use the racks, which brings softly and gently the olives on the nets. This is a procedure that might take about half an hour to 45 minutes for each tree. It depends how loaded we say is a tree.
When we collect the olives from the trees, we put them in big containers of 25 kilos each. We take them to the olive mill, directly to the olive mill, because for the good olive oil, we need immediate cold pressing of the olives. And we need to take the olive juice as fast as possible. The olives and the olive fruit, they keep all the ingredients inside. When this procedure is made very quickly.
Που το έχει περιφραγμένο, να δεις πόσο προσεκτική είναι. Και έχει ρίξει και χαλκό.
We press the olives in the local mills. In this area, we have 3 old-fashioned way and 1 more modern that actually makes the real cold extraction in 25 degrees. This is regarded to be the best one when it's done properly and when, of course, the olives have been harvested the same day and have been transferred there not more than 5 hours.
The olive oil extraction lasts about 40 minutes. The pulp is worked in the machines for about 40 minutes. And then it is sent to fusicentric machines that they separate the olive oil from the pulp, and we get the olive oil. This procedure is done in about 25 to 27 degrees. This is why it's called cold extraction. This is very significant for the olive juice because when the temperature is that low, all the significant ingredients of the olive oil, like the polyphenols and the other antigerantic ingredients, stay in the juice. If the olive juice, the olive pulp is heated, then the fusicentric machine cannot separate the good ingredients from the bad ingredients. This is the problem. So this is why the cold extraction is much better than the warm extraction. And this is why we call it extra virgin olive oil.
The bottling process is down here in Delphi, in our premises. We have been licensed for that, of course. Our products travel around the world, so we have certified for every kind of step we have to send our products. Concerning the legislation, it's very strict, so we have to follow precisely all the steps.
For the olive oil packaging, we are using glass and metallic containers approved by the European Community regulations. They are specially made for olive oil. The glass bottles are dark green, because in that way the olive oil is protected from the light. We put the olive oil directly into the containers after the harvest, because that way they are better preserved. There's no oxygen in the containers, so the olive oil keeps its ingredients and its aromas fresh for more than 2 years. This is what makes our olive oil special.
Μέχρι να γεννήσει το κάτω μέρος. Το ίδιο θα κάνω και σε μένα. Και θα σου εξηγήσω πώς γίνεται η διαδικασία. Τώρα, παίρνεις το ποτηράκι και καλύπτεις την κάτω πλευρά όσο πιο μπορείς να το ζεστάνεις. Το βάζεις από πάνω, αυτό το κάνουμε γιατί? Για να φράξουμε και να εγκλωβίσουμε τα αρώματα κατά τη διαδικασία που θα ανακάνουμε, θα το αναγεννήσουμε για 20 δευτερόλεπτα περίπου. Αυτή η διαδικασία μας επιτρέπει. The quality of olive oil can be distinguished easily. The first thing is the taste. Then, when we have it in the mouth, we always feel the aromas, we feel all the ground of the olive tree. All these tastes comes in our mouth through the olive. We can feel the herbs, we can feel the aromas, which is also the almonds in our area. We can have the taste of green tomato.
So extra virgin olive oil is very different from the other oils, seed oils in the market, because it has some ingredients inside that they help the human body to stay healthy. In detail, these ingredients are called polyphenols, and they help the cells of the human body to be divided easily, and so the humans are supposed to live longer when they eat olive oil, when they consume olive oil. Also, the olive oil is better preserved in cooking procedure because it can last in higher temperatures. For example, all the seed oils are destroyed at 105 degrees Celsius, when the olive oil is destroyed above 240 degrees. So somebody can cook and have the healthy ingredients preserved in very high temperature. Our future plans for the olive oil Mer des Oliviers de Delphes is to make it known everywhere around the planet, and eventually to bring our children to this job and to make them a part of this very beautiful story, our olive oil, because we feel it like a family business that is beautiful to do. It's something we do as a hobby, not as a job.
Fortunately, we have 4 boys, and we hope that it looks like that 2 of them, they're gonna follow.
Maybe more.
We harvest every year. Of course, every year is different. Sometimes the production is more. Every 2 and 3rd, second year is a little bit lower, and then every 3 years is regarded to be a good season. But in general, there is always production. That's the most important thing.
This year's harvest is going to be a very good one. The olives are very good, they are maturing very well, and it looks like one of the best years of the last seasons.